Hi everyone, this is CeeCee from CeeCee's Creations. Welcome back to the 12 days of Christmas. Today is day 5 and I'm going to do a mixed media project this time. This is the sketch. This is the Warm Wishes hot chocolate mug and I'll be working on a mixed media artboard. This is an 8x10. It's made by Keenan. I love it because it takes all kinds of wet media, but also of course dry. So you can pretty much do anything you want on these boards without having to worry about warping. I'm going to start by gluing this text paper onto the artboard, and I've chosen a page in the dictionary that references Christmas stuff. So I'm going to try and keep those intact as I glue the paper or as I position my mug. I'm going to use Aileen's collage page as per usual. This is the matte one. I'm going to dry this with a heat tool. I also want to add a very light coat of this page on top of the text paper just to preserve it, because I'm going to be adding some paint and other wet media on top of this. I don't want the whatever I'm adding to sink into the paper, because I would like the ability to remove some paint that's on top of this and reveal some of the text. So by protecting it with some sort of a medium, then you have that freedom. While my artboard is drying, I'm going to transfer some of these elements onto a craft color cardstock, just because I was using it in day 4's video to swatch the colors that I was using, and so I have this paper lying around. You can use any color you want because it's not going to matter too much. I'll probably be coloring this with paint anyways, but you know, why not recycle? So what I want to transfer is the candy cane, the gifts, the Christmas ornament, and the cookie. And for this I'm just using graphite paper. So there it is. I'll adjust. I've made a few boo-boos. And I'll also transfer the cookie. So I have these jelly roll pens. These are the neon ones, so I thought it'd be nice to use those. This is a white. I just want to test out the white. Oh yeah. Oh, this is perfect. Okay, hold on. Let me zoom in. Quite excited about that. This reminds me of my well, not my childhood, because gel pens didn't exist when I was young, but when my kids were young, yes. So I'm gonna go around and color all the white parts with these gel pens. I picked out 3 colors to complete the coloring. So I'm going to do the Christmas ornament just because I have the color out and decided. I've also messed up with the circle shape. So what I wanted to have here is kind of like an antique look, kind of like a rose gold-ish color. And so this is the closest that I could find. And what I like about this pen is that it's glittery. Shimmer. Okay, I'm gonna pull out, I think I have a silver one for that little thingy at the end. Stadler Trip Plus gel liner. Oh yeah. So that's gonna work. So let's do this one here. All right. Take some detailing scissors and I'm going to cut around the candy cane. I'm just going to leave myself a tab here. I've got this white opal liquid pearls that I'm going to add on the cookies. You know, sometimes you see cookies with little edible pearls. Cute. I'm going to add a white wash over this. I have just regular gesso and I'm going to thin that down with water. So I'm going to grab my paintbrush and just give it a coat of that. So I'll still be able to see some of the text. A little bit more around here because I know that I'm going to be tracing the warm wishes around here, so and again, I always have a book where I clean my brushes to remove the excess so as not to waste anything. And then once my book is full, I'm going to, whoops, I'm going to use it to do a bit of drawing and stuff. So nothing goes to waste. Okay, I know that there was the word Christmas because I kind of played around with my sketch earlier and I've noticed that if I position my sketch properly, I'll be able to see the word Christmas through this right here. So I'm going to uncover the word just so that I can have that word visible. And I have a baby wipe here and I'm just like having fun uncovering some of the text here and there. Not too much though, I kind of like it that way. So of course I need to dry this. Yeah, I'm going to trace the sketch over this and I'm going to make sure that I position this properly so that my plan, so that it goes according to plan. I'm going to take a piece of washi tape and I'm going to secure the sketch in place. There we go. So it doesn't move on me. I'm going to insert my graphite paper. And what I need to trace is just the cup part. Because the rest we're going to do some collage. Okay. I'm going to test out the gel pens on this, and it looks like it's going to work because I would love to keep the same color scheme throughout. Awesome. The white I might not bother. We'll see. So I'm going to do red, white, green, white, red. I switched to a white paint pen. This is a Posca pen to color in the white parts because my gel pen was not working well enough and it wasn't covering enough. And I'm gonna go over the word warm and the inside of it with the white paint pen. And I have a multi-ball pilot pen to do the word wishes. I'm going to go around the white letters, but I want to give it the paint time to dry before I do this. Decided to outline everything in black because when putting on the cookie here, I realized that it was kind of like confusing and I'm not sure how to handle the line of the cup itself. So yeah, let's go for it. I'm going to add a little bit of shadow first around the cup at the bottom here. Inside here. I'm going to add touches of white with, again, the gesso and a sponge. For the stars, I'm going to take more gesso, just a tiny bit, and I have this Faber-Castell tool that came with the gelatos, and I don't really use them with gelato, but it's the perfect size that I need. I'm just going to dab a little bit of gesso. Oops. and then create some sort of a halo around this. Then I have this blue metallic Sakura jelly roll. I'm going to trace the outline of the stars. Like so. And then in the middle, I'm going to add a tiny dot of white with the paint pen. You see it? Not fun? So I'm going to do all of the stars this way. Okay, so here are my stars. Quite fun. Now here I'm going to do an experiment. I've never tried this. I have a plastic bag and I've put a hole in one of the corner and I've inserted a baking an icing tip at the end. I don't have just a regular like wide opening. I have this one. Could be fun, could be a total disaster. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pipe some of that light molding paste inside the bag. But before I go ahead and load that up, why don't I do a test? Yeah, that's a good idea. Here goes nothing, guys. Alright, the 12 days of Christmas fun. I'm laughing because I can see some of the paste going through. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to do without this tip. Alright, so I got a new bag because the bag that I had was kind of like not sturdy enough. It was one of those cheapy bags. So I went and got a real sandwich bag and cut a new hole. And I'm just going to squeeze out the mixture here as much as I can. I'm not sure why I get myself into these situations. I like to try new things, you know. I've done some impasto work lately with this gal, this artist by the name of Nancy Overbury, and she uses this piping method for her painting. And I thought, you know what? Maybe it'll be fun to use in here. So, yeah, here we go. It's already starting to come out, so, and I want this thick. Oh, I love it! Okay, let's try to turn now. This is not going to be perfect, but this is so much fun. I don't think I've piped in enough. Whoops. Yeah. Let's try to do. It's not good. Let's tap this down and let's see. I'm gonna have to help it out. Unfortunately, it's not gonna be as smooth as I wanted it to be. That's the look that I was going for. And that's okay. I mean, I do have a good start here. Okay, so this is gonna go in here. Oh, I love it! I need to flatten that down a tiny bit. See how cute? For this dries, I have some sprinkles. Red or green. This is like heavy glitter or coarse glitter. I've had this since my Stampin' Up! Days. Oh, green it is. And hopefully this will stick to the paste before it dries. I'm just going to tap down very lightly. I should use my knife for this. This is so cool. Why don't I add I have blue sprinkles, so maybe the blue will kind of tie in with the stars in the background. So green and blue. I have a temperamental light. Okay, so yeah, in some places it's about an inch thick. That candy cane I have to keep bending. I'll take care of that once everything is dry. To glue the cookie down, I'm using gloss super heavy gel. I'm using gloss because it doesn't matter at this point, and I'm not big on gloss gel, so I like to use it up to glue things down. Glue in such a way that we don't really see the gel from underneath. Oops. I was curious to see what it would look like framed in red, and you know what? I really like this. I'm missing a bit of black here, so I'm gonna add that. Oops. I'm going to use the Stabilo pencil as well to create some sort of a window pane in the background, because I feel that there's too much white happening, so I need to break that up. I'm just going to test it out right now and see what that does. I should use a pen, not a pen, but a water brush for this, because I need to be very precise. If I go in there with my fingers, I'm going to smudge that wonderful whipped cream. And it doesn't have to be very precise, because we just want to give the illusion of a window pane in the background. Maybe I would add a little bit of diamond stickles inside the window pane, just to create a little bit of snow. Because if I drizzle, or if I try to splash a bit of white paint, or yeah, like I add white dots with a brush and paint, or India ink, I would have flecks on the inside as well, and I don't want that, of course. But yeah, you can kind of see it. I'm sorry, I do have some problems with my lighting system right now, but there you go. So I have a change of plans. I'm mixing these two colors, Liquid Gray and Old Parchment. These are old paints that I have in my stash. They're by Delta Ceramic Coat, because I decided to do the cup the same color as the cookie. So yeah, I wish I had decoupage the cup as well. I just think that there's too much white. The cup doesn't show as much. It's kind of like blending with the background. So if I had thought of it before, I would have done the cup on craft cardstock. But you know, it's never too late to improve. And because I have the cookie there and it's really stuck down well, I didn't want to be bothered by redoing the cup and gluing it down, just because I was afraid not to be totally exact with my measurements. So it's okay. I mean, I mixed the paint and I'm going to go around the letters. Yeah, I think this looks much better. I've also added a little bit of that craft color mixed in with some brown. And of course I had to redo around the letters, but just minor touch-ups. And I'm going to redo the shadows. It has been a couple of hours since I put in the light molding paste. It already has started drying. However, if I were to press down really hard, this would collapse, but the top part is dry, so I'm not too scared to go close to it. I wanted to add some polka dots on the ornament because it's kind of like it's lost a bit, so I'm just going to poke a few dots here and there. And I've also noticed that while the light molding paste is drying, it's receding a little bit, so the image that I've embedded in there started showing. As you can see it from the top, so I've had to paint some of it white, but that's okay. This looks definitely better than it looked before, so I'm quite happy with it now. Sometimes there's just taking a break, stepping out, coming back in and tweaking some things, and I came up with coloring the cup as soon as I got back into my studio, so I'm quite happy. This is day 5, so I'll be back with day 6 tomorrow. I hope that you've learned from my detours and that you've had fun watching the process of this. I invite you to go and check out my Etsy store as usual to find all the sketches there, and I hope that you'll play along. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below, and I will see you later. Bye!